Hi everyone, this is Jamie with Trauma a PTSD blog, and today I want to talk about ways that we can all reduce the stigma that comes along with PTSD and other mental illnesses. I think that we can all agree that that stigma does exist, and there are some ways that we can work to reduce it. The first way is to talk openly about it. Talking about things and putting them out in the open often take away some of the fear that comes along with it. It raises an awareness and it takes that fear away, making it easier for other people to handle those types of things. The second thing is to educate yourself, and obviously if you're watching this or if you read HealthyPlace blogs, then that is what you're doing. The more that you know about something, again, takes the fear out of it, and I think that stigma is caused a lot by the fear that people have because they just don't know about it. Another thing is being conscious about your language. I know my husband and I both have PTSD, and we joke a lot about the fact that we're crazy, but that's not really a productive thing to do. And when I was first in recovery, I made sure to eliminate the word crazy from my vocabulary when I was referring to myself. And so, using the right vocabulary when you're talking about PTSD or any other mental illness is really important. The next thing is to show empathy and compassion for those of us who suffer from mental illness. Especially with PTSD, we certainly didn't ask for this, or with any mental illness, really. The person who's suffering did not ask for it. So treating them as you would someone who had cancer or who had diabetes is really important. Compassion towards others is important for many reasons. The next thing is to stop the criminalization of those who live with mental illness. I know that there are a lot of mental health courts across the country, and that they do seek to help people with mental illnesses. But we really need to think about it as an illness and not as the actions that happen because of the illness. The next thing is to see the person and not the illness. Again, thinking about it in the sense that somebody has an illness rather than, a character trait that defines them is important. The way that I behave when I'm triggered is a function of my diagnosis. It's not a function of who I am as a person. And the last thing that I want to talk about is advocating for mental health reform. It's something that is very personal to me, and I do think that it helps break down the stigma when we advocate for those people who do have a mental illness. I hope that helped. I hope that you will think about using some of these ways to reduce the stigma that comes along with PTSD and other mental illnesses.